1, 2, 3.
Good afternoon, everybody. Let me first of all introduce myself. My name is Natalia, and I'm currently doing business secretarial study course at Limerick Adult Education College. The topic of my presentation is wine packaging explained, and what influenced my choice was the funky, I would say, shape of GB Chenin bottle of wine with curved neck and a dimple on the side, which we all see in the shop but seldom have enough time or even curiosity to find out the story behind it. Also, wine is one of the oldest alcoholic drinks worldwide, and its first known production took place in modern-day Georgia. It's just over here, and we are far away. And it took place 8,000 years ago. And just to sparkle a little bit your interest, I would like to ask you, can you guess how many grapes are required to make one bottle of wine? Just tell me what you think.
1.5 kg. 200.
200 grams?
Grapes? 20
It's, to make it easier for you, if I tell you 1.2 kilograms, it probably doesn't settle in your head how much is it in stones or pounds, but I would like to show you this small tray of grapes, and here is exactly the amount required to make one bottle. Afterwards I will share some of it. And wine is favorite drink when we go out. We enjoy it on our evening at home, or for culinary uses as well. As the saying goes, I cook with wine and sometimes I even add it to the food. But today I would like to talk to you in particular about certain points. It's wine packaging, sleeves, cork and pant. What are they? And the third part will be how to read a wine label. I really hope you will enjoy the next 10 minutes allocated to me. So let me begin. And the first one on the list is wine packaging. And I'd like to start from the bag in the box. It was first invented in Australia in 1965, and it has few advantages over other packaging. For example, if you take this bag and put in water, it will float on the top, which allows white wine to be cooled much faster if you immerse it in a bath of ice. And another advantage, major, is that this wine, after opening, will stay fresh for up to 1 month, while the bottled one you have to consume faster, much faster, within a few days, without it losing its quality. So another packaging, plastic, EC and Tetra packs, and they are considered nowadays most environmentally friendly one. Even on this Australian wood glass wine, you can see they are proud to use this packaging, plastic in this case, and they are stating that it's a green label, and it was introduced in 2007. But the major packaging, and still the most favorite, is the glass bottle. And they come in an enormous amount of shapes, sizes and colors. But the most popular colors are green, amber or yellow. Usually the shape or size depends on the winemaker's preference or the local traditions. And coming back to my particular bottle, GB Chenin, this shape was invented especially to stand out on the market in France in 1984. And it was such a challenge to produce this shape of a bottle that special bottling line had to be designed as well. Well, I spoke about the first part, wine packaging, and I'm moving on now, slowly but surely, to the second part, and it's sleeve, cork and pant. What are they? And the first one is capsule or sleeve. The main purpose of it is to protect the cork which is on the top of the bottle from damaging. And I brought, unfortunately, empty bottle just for you to show. And here is the sleeve. It's the historically made from lead, and as you can see on the slide. But nowadays they used heat shrinking foil, and you can see I can pass it. It's just bending like this. And as I said, we usually hold the bottle of wine, which is here, by the neck, and that's why it is advised before serving the wine, remove it, the sleeve, the capsule completely, and to wipe the neck of the bottle with the clean cloth, just for the basic hygienic reasons, so nothing bad will come into your glass and you will enjoy your drink. Well, as I mentioned cork above, I would like to talk about this small item as well, because it's small but nevertheless very important, and it's a cork. Why they were chosen as a most favorable bottle stoppers? First of all, it is elastic. If I squeeze it, it will expand back. Second, quality of it, it doesn't allow liquids to go through it, but oxygen at the same time can. And this is crucial for wine aging process. Did you know by any chance that 50% of all wine cork in the world are produced in Portugal? In Portugal, small country, but major thing. And I would like to mention as well this particular tree. It's called Whistler tree, and it grows in Portugal, and it's the world's oldest cork oak tree. And it has been producing the finest quality cork for wine bottle stoppers since 1820, and the cork is harvested every 9 years from trees like this. And you can see where is this orange beads. They cut the skin of a tree from which the cork are made, and it's like the whole plantations of it in Portugal. But this is particular tree, this is what I'm Whistler tree, and it's called like this because of so many birds call it home and they whistle. Well, I'll pass the cork if you want to have a look at it as well. Okay, so we are slowly moving from the top of the bottle to the bottom. And next item on our list is the pant. It's this small dimple at the bottom. And historically, glass bottles, they were made by hand, and pant was the result of a glass making process. But if you ask me why we still have it at the bottles in our present days, it has few functions, and I just don't have time really to mention all of them, but a few. And they are, first of all, pant makes the bottle more steady on the surface, and because bottles are tall and they would be easily topple over, but pant make it steady. Another one, pant gathers sediment around it, and it's not allowing most of it to be put in a glass. Another function is allows bottles to be stored more easily end to end, so next bottle top will come here. And while shipping, it could be stacked in cargo holds without rolling around or breaking up. And another one, it's not on the slide, but just I know some restaurants, in some places, people would use this pant for your finger while serving the wine, so it will go like this. And just additional information. Well, I'm coming to the last point of my presentation, and it's, I think, the most important and maybe most interesting for you to know. For general knowledge, it is how to read a wine label. I will show you on a slide. This is the replica of this particular label, which I zoomed and will go through it. And beforehand, I apologize for my French pronunciation. I will do my best. Okay, let's go. The Before I start, I would like to mention some few interesting facts for you as well. That wine from Europe, they're called Old World wines, and they have different label requirements to those outside of Europe, which are called New World wines. And usually wine from Europe are named by the region where they are produced, for example Bordeaux. And while American, Australian or Chile wines, they are named after the variety of grape used to produce the wine, for example Merlot. Also, interesting fact as well to know, did you know that any sparkling wine produced outside of France are not allowed to be labeled as champagne? This is European Union rule, because Champagne is a particular region in France where that sparkling wine was invented and produced on big world famous scale. Well, coming back to our particular label, the first one, it tells you the wine, it's a great wine from Bordeaux, Grand Vin de Bordeaux. And well, Bordeaux is situated here. And next, it's the year of vintage year. It's the year not when the wine was bottled, but when the grape for this wine was harvested. So in our case, it's 2010. The next one is the name of the estate where this bottle was made, and it is Chateau Clorenon. And this is small logo. And the next one is Bordeaux Superior. This is the name. The wine comes from Bordeaux, and Bordeaux in its turn has many wine regions, but ours is situated just here, Bordeaux Superior, and our wine comes from this region. Another line, next one, is down here. It's category of wine, and in our particular case it is Appellation Bordeaux Superior Cantrali. If you see French wine contain these two words, Appellation Cantrali, Bordeaux Superior is a geographical name for this wine. It means that specific grapes from specific region and specific standards has to be used to produce high quality wine. And French wine has 4 categories, and this one, Appellation Cantrali, considered to be the highest quality and the most expensive wine. So I was lucky to drink this one. Well, location of winery, Le Domaine de la Mette, Port. And I was searching, to be honest, a long time to find for you the picture of the building of the estate, and I failed so many times, but I had a big reward at the end of the day. I will show you a bit later. So this is the geographical address, postal address of the winery. Okay, a few English words which I can say. Produce of France, it tells you wine is from France. And the last line, it means that it was bottled at the chateau, at the estate, winery estate. And that surprise I promised you to, I found on internet this picture for you. And this is actually the address, Le Domaine de la Mette Porte, and this is the winery house, and they have small swimming pool as well. And this is actually was a great reward for me to see the fields of grape which were used to make this bottle of wine, and I was over the moon, really happy. Well, I talked to you about French wine label, but there is another particular category which I would like to share with you. It's label for Chateau Clorenon, it's just over here. It's label for blind or visually impaired people, and it's called Braille language. It was, for wine labeling, it was first used in France in 1994. But I'd like to talk a few words about these particular 2 bottles. They are produced in Lazarus estate, wine estate in Spain, where grapes are grown, harvested, wine is made and bottled by blind people. And that's why I'm coming to the conclusion of my presentation, and I just want to remind you which topic we covered so far. And it was wine packaging, sleeves, cork, pant, and how to read the wine label. And I hope the information which were given to you will help you in the future to pick up the wine you will enjoy most. And last but not the least, it was in ancient Greece where the person who were hosting the party would drink the wine first to make sure it's not poisoned and healthy. And from those days, the famous phrase arose to drink to somebody's health. So in the future, from now on, I wish to all of you to pick up the good wine which you enjoy most with good people, drinking to somebody's good health, but at the same time, enjoy alcohol sensibly. Thank you very much for your attention, and if you do have any questions, I will be very pleased to answer them as well.
I have a question.
Yes.
What was used to store wine before glass bottles were invented?
Oh yes, actually I would, thank you very much for your question. First of all, glass was used since 17th century for wine packaging. Before that, usually wine skin, or in other words, bags or sacks made from animal hides were used for wine storage. Also wooden barrels or amphoras, clay amphoras. Yeah. Any other?
I have another question
Yes.
for you, Natalia. It's what served as a bottle stopper before cork?
Oh, before cork, yes. Thank you very much, Susan. Before cork, it was oil-soaked rags or twisted leather. Also, Romans used to put on the top of the wine film of olive oil to preserve the drink.
Thank you. Most wine bottles have black label as well. What info?
Yeah, what information does, yes. Like Yvonne said, you are obliged to have by law the front label. The back labels, and sometimes some bottles have neck label as well, they are optional and usually provide only extra information. For example, in this case, the geographical location of chateau and what kind of grapes are grown there, and with which food this particular wine will taste better. I know that in New Zealand and Australian law and United States as well require to put warnings on the back label, for example, drinking alcohol while pregnant or driving while intoxicated. Yes, but they are all optional. That's anything. That's it. Thank you very much. I enjoyed your company, and I would like to share this, sorry not wine, but grape today. Also, I would like to give you some handouts just for you to remember. Maybe when you go to Tesco next time to buy a bottle, you will have a look at the wine. Thank you.
Thank you.